5 of the wildest scientific discoveries of 2022. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Nature Snipes. Number 5. Scientists uncover a new type of molecular bond. In July 2022, physicists in Germany were delighted to announce a never-before-seen breakthrough in particle science. The group from the University of Stuttgart detected a new type of molecular bond between a positive ion and a mammoth particle known as a Rydberg atom. Rydberg atoms occur when an outer electron becomes extremely excited and leaps much further from the nucleus than usual. In some cases, Rydberg atoms can be 1,000 times the size of their regular counterparts. The scientists achieved this spectacular feat using a cloud of rubidium at a whisker above absolute zero, the temperature at which everything stops moving. They used lasers first to strip some of the rubidium atoms of their electrons, turning them into positively charged ions, and then to excite other atoms into a Rydberg state. When ions and Rydberg atoms are together at such low temperatures, they begin to interact. The ions alter the electromagnetic structure of the atoms, and bonds can form, like the one seen in the Stuttgart experiment. Unlike most known molecular bonds, which measure a fraction of a nanometer, this newly observed one is longer than some types of bacteria. Definitely a record discovery. Number 4. Turtles the size of rhinos lived in prehistoric Europe. When a newly discovered species gets named after a biblical sea monster, you know it must have been gigantic. Leviathanochelys enigmatica is thought to have measured around 13 feet or 4 meters in length when it roamed the oceans around what is now Europe. The marine behemoth lived some 83.6 to 72.1 million years ago. Scientists named the rhino-sized beast after Leviathan, a primordial sea serpent with multiple heads. It was discovered after a pelvis and parts of a carapace were unearthed in the Cal Torrades area of northeastern Spain. Until then, scientists had only ever seen evidence of giant marine turtles around the Americas. The team that uncovered L. enigmatica was surprised to find another of such enormity in Europe. Appearing around 6 million years after L. enigmatica, Archelion is still the all-time largest known marine turtle. But this newly found colossus poses stiff competition. As the researchers explained in their study, the discovery of the new, gigantic, and bizarre Chelonioid Leviathanochelys enigmatica from the middle Campanian marine deposits of the southern Pyrenees, which rivals in size to Archelion, sheds a light on the diversity of marine turtles and on how the phenomenon of gigantism in these groups was also occurring in Europe. Number 3. The cannibals of prehistoric Britain. In 2022, we learned that at one point in time, the UK may well have been populated by cannibals. Scientists discovered human remains at Gow's Cave in Somerset and Kendrick's Cave in Llandudno. Both date back to around the end of the last ice age. These bodies provided the oldest DNA ever found in Britain, and through analysis, molecular biologists were able to find out a lot about the country's prehistoric forebears. The team was surprised to learn that the DNA shows there were 2 groups of humans living in Britain at that time. Based on the evidence found in Kendrick's Cave, the first lived mostly on fish and other marine life, but the one in Gow's Cave showed signs of cannibalism. This potential people-eater was found to be of the same lineage as Goyet Q2, a 15,000-year-old body discovered in Belgium. Number 2. World's first synthetic embryo. The use of stem cells in scientific research is still a contentious topic, but in August, a group from the Weizmann Institute in Israel used them to build the first ever synthetic embryo. No sperm or eggs were involved in the creation process, and there was no fertilization. Instead, researchers took stem cells from mice and guided them to amass into an embryo-like structure, complete with a fledgling brain, intestinal tract, and beating heart. In their paper, the team explained how this first-of-its-kind breakthrough opens the possibility for further insight into embryonic development. But they also reckon that it could also lower the number of experiments carried out on animals in the long term. Similar technology, they hope, may one day be used to grow cells and tissue for human transplants. The breadth of potential uses is certainly impressive. Remarkably, we show that embryonic stem cells generate whole synthetic embryos, meaning this includes the placenta and yolk sac surrounding the embryo, explained study lead Jacob Hanna. We are truly excited about this work and its implications. Number 1. Male mason wasps fight predators with their penis spines. Just imagine the scene. You're a hungry tree frog in search of a snack. You discover a tasty-looking mason wasp, get ready to take a bite, and it stabs you with its barbed penis. Until recently, scientists believed only female mason wasps could defend against predators. The women can sting and use their toxins, whereas the men had no means to fight back. But now they know this to be untrue. Along his penis, the male has 2 retractable genital spines that they use against dangerous foes. It was Misaki Tsuji, a graduate student in Japan, who first made the discovery. She was handling some as part of a different study into their life cycles when unexpectedly one of them pricked her finger. To find out more, scientists watched what happened when they fed mason wasps to hungry Japanese tree frogs. The insects fought back using their mandibles and their spiky penises. Almost 65% of the wasps were still consumed, but 35% survived the ordeal. They also repeated the experiment with different mason wasps whose genitals they had removed. Unsurprisingly, without their retractable penis stabbers, the wasps with no manhood were eaten more quickly. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.